They are safe. Because they've been here long enough, they should know everything. It's good to know some things, but you can never know everything. Some things are in a space, and it is entitled for the people who are in that space to know it. So today we have gotten new deacons, and I want you to know that keep the space and allow your pastor to lead you. There are areas you can make contributions. There are areas it is in the pastor's domain. Even if he tells you, you'll be confused. Amen. I'm preaching. There are many of us in our lives, we have made mistakes because we brought some people into our space who didn't deserve to have been there. You brought them close, discussed things with them that you shouldn't have. You shared secrets with them, you said things with them. Then along the line, they broke away. And your pain is that the person is gone and he knows so much. He knows too much. The reason why he knows too much is because you didn't understand spacing and you let the person get to know what he should not supposed to have known. One day I was talking to some pastors and I was telling them that when you are beginning a thing, especially when you are a junior, you have a lot of issues. Because sometimes you think that we take things here and discuss with people who do not come to church here. Tell somebody, keep your space. Oh, say it well. Say, keep your space. There are some of us in our homes that people also go to their churches. Things happen in their churches that we don't hear. But you things happen here when you go there, that is what you put there. Because by communication, you bring people to you closely that normally by the time you see, you have told people something that you think you shouldn't have. Do you know the reason why when elders meet and they are talking, sometimes they tell the children to excuse them? Because it's not everything that the child can hear today that he can handle it. So God told Israel, he said, let them leave. Let them lead. And you follow. And I pray that this church will be a good follower church. Amen. Your amen is weak. Amen. That Zoe Temple will be a good follower. Amen. Because when you follow, if the leader step on a rock, you will get to know that this place is not good. So you become careful. I remember many years ago, Dr. Tabel told us, I'm 88 when we were in Bible school. He said, when you are following a leader, you allow a gap, you allow a space. So that you give him the benefit of rearranging in case he sees something that he has to get back. But if you follow he falls and we are all falling. Amen. Exodus chapter 19. Verse 10. Then the Lord said to Moses, go to the people and consecrate them today and tomorrow and let them wash their clothes. 11. And let them be ready for the third day. For on the third day the Lord will come down upon Mount Sinai in the sight of all the people. Say the Lord will come down. Say the Lord will come down in the sight of all the people. In other words, this is the God that they've seen his provisions. They've seen him providing things. But this time, God is coming in full. The presence of God. God is appearing. Then verse 12. He said, you shall set bounds for the people all around. Make a boundary. Draw a line. Take heed to yourself that you do not go up to the mountain or touch its base. Whoever touches the mountain shall surely be put to death. Not a hand shall touch him, but shall surely be stoned or shot with an arrow. Whether man or beast, he shall not live. When the trumpet sounds long, they shall come near the mountain. Verse 14. So Moses went down from the mountain to the people and sanctified the people and they wash their clothes. So God is coming down to the people. He is coming to the people. And God said, I'm coming down to the people. They will see me. But there is certain distance the people must not come. Certain closeness they can. So set boundaries. Draw a line. And you, Moses, you are the only person that is permitted to cross this line. And if you're a good Bible student, you discover that when God was coming down, the protocol was big. There were lightning, there were thundering, there were earthquakes, there were fire. God is coming, and the motorcade was the elements of creation shaking because the Creator is coming. The Bible says when the trumpet sounded loud, the camp became quiet. And when God began speaking, all Israel went to hide. Later they came to tell Moses that we don't want to see this. Even the distance God gave them was too much for them. They came to tell Moses, you go and listen and come and tell us. We don't want God to lead us directly. You want you to lead us. Now, why did God say the people shouldn't get to a certain degree or certain limit? Because it is not everything that you see that you can understand. Are you here with me? When I was growing as a believer, there were visions and dreams I had that got me confused. In fact, some made me scary. Like a little Samuel who is growing and hearing God calling him, and he doesn't even know it is God. He goes to Eli and said, you are calling me. And Eli said, I'm not calling you. So I went to a senior man of God and I said that I've been seeing things that make me scared. Then he said, God will not show you anything that will make you scared. So be bold and receive them. And I said, thank you. Listen, it is not everything that you need to hear. It is not everything that you see that you can handle. Every pastor, there are things I know I can preach it. There are things God shows me I can't tell anybody. It is within my space. There are certain prayer points I can't stand before the church and pray. I have to take it up in my closet as a secret intercessor. Listen, when we come here and we are leading prayer, we give you siphon and customized and fine-tuned prayer topics. The raw aspect of it, we take it up in there. Because some of the topics, when we call it, you'll be confused. Tell somebody, allow space. Say, allow space. Now, Moses was allowed to get close to God. And I think he went with Joshua. But the Bible said, draw a line. And it is important for every one of us to know how to set boundaries around your life. Boundaries. People you want in your space and people you don't want. There are some people who are stalkers. They come sniffing. You're looking for things. But may you be able to protect the territory God gives you. May you be able to keep the space God gives you. May you be able to protect the treasures that God gives you. Amen. In the book of Numbers, some people who were working with Moses, they were also Levites. In Numbers chapter 16, verse 8 to 10. Numbers 16, 8. These were also Levites. They were sons of Levi. And because they were sons of Levi, they thought they were equal with Moses. They thought they were like him. So at this point in the walk to the promised land, they were complaining. And they were complaining that Moses, why do you take too much about yourself? Are you the only one who is called? Are you the only person? Are you the only man of God in here? We are all men of God. We are all called. Like you go to a church and sometimes you hear church council members complaining. And pastor did this and he didn't tell us. And he did this and he didn't tell us. And sometimes me cry, I'm going to resign, I'm going to do. You don't understand. Amen? You don't understand. So Moses saw what the people were doing, and Moses said, these people don't understand the spacing. They don't understand the responsibility. They don't understand what is committed to each other. He said this, he said, hear you now, sons of Levi. Verse 9. Is it a small thing to you that the God of Israel has separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself? So, the people were all having God, but some people were near to God in terms of services. For example, today we have selected these men and women who have been part of this church as members, but today they have been inducted as deacons. They have been brought closer to authority, closer to the leadership, and they are going to help in doing some things on behalf of the church. There may be things that they will know that you may not know. There may be things they will get privileged to know because of where they are serving, and they may come with instruction and stuff that you may not understand, but that is God's arrangement. So he said, it's not a small thing that God has brought you near to himself. Then he said, to do the work of the tabernacle of the Lord and to stand before the congregation to serve them. And that he has brought you near to himself, you and all your brethren, the sons of Levi, with you. Are you seeking the priesthood also? You are a deacon, you are a deaconess. Do you want to take the pastorate also? You want to take the pastorate, come and take the pulpit. Now Moses said, God has brought you closer. And where you are, that space is an honorable position. It's so desiring. And be happy with it. Serve there, serve honorably, worship God honorably. But some of the things you are asking for, some of the things you are craving for, it is as if where you are is not enough, you want more. Proximity to the throne doesn't mean sitting on the throne. Being close to the source of power doesn't mean you are in charge. And we must understand that by virtue of where you are and what you do, you do things. But understand the space. Say, understand the space. Say, understand the space. That some of the things that happens and take place, you may not even understand or cannot handle it. I remember when we started Calvary Temple, we were in a tent.